Met some very nice people, some very nice people. Don't you meet the nicest people in your dreams? It's funny, but it's true. That's where I first met you, and you're the nicest thing I ever.
Hello everybody and welcome to Larp Kit. This is another video set in a sunny field in a baking hot tent with not much going on this afternoon, but we are getting in a chat to somebody who is a well-established maker and reseller, and his leatherwork is amazing. So would you like to introduce yourself, sir?
Hi, I'm Barry Locke, and I'm a partner in Gems Trading Co. My partner being Gemini Locke, who started the business about 16 years ago, I think it was. So
the link for the business will be below, not round here because we're concentrating on him. It'll actually be below later on. We've been doing in business a long time. I myself craft leatherwork, but we also resell items mainly for other small workshops in the UK, but some stuff we buy in abroad and resell as well. Okay.
Our partner's also a custom tailor and costume.
I didn't realise that you supplied other people as well, so you're a bit of like a distributor as well.
Not so much, we do that a little bit.
Okay.
It's more the UK, so for example, our plate look like armours, polyurethane made by Wormwood Creations, who are based in Gloucester.
Yep.
They don't have time to do that many outdoor events, so we tend to do that for them in the Larp market.
Cool. Okay. How did you start, and what did you start with, and when?
So originally, leatherworking, a very long time ago, 15 odd years ago, maybe a little longer, I worked for a weapons maker, Eldridge, who you might be aware of.
Yep.
And he also did a little bit of leatherwork now and again, and I worked there for a couple of years, learned a lot about painting weapons, but also quite a bit about leatherwork, or at least the basics of leatherwork, which I was, I suppose, intellectually a little bit more interested in. And so when when my job came to an end with Eldridge, I naturally just moved into making leather parts and that sort of thing, but strictly out of hand tools, so no machinery.
I remember seeing you when you first turned up at events and selling stuff and what have you. It was brilliant. How would you describe your business to somebody who's new to the hobby?
So we try and be a Larp supermarket to a degree. So the idea is we can sell you costume, we can sell you types of armour, weapons from a number of different sellers, and generally so it's kind of a one-stop shop. But because we're Larpers ourselves, we tend to check and test equipment that we bought in before we sell it on, so we know and we can adhere to the quality standards that we like.
Okay. What should people do in order to order something from you normally, or ask for a special order?
So on the website you can do orders normally, and you can either decide on a postage deal, or we can take it to the event for you for free, and we have a list of events on our website that we attend each year. If it's for custom stuff, we have a contact us page on the website, and you just contact us, ask the questions you're asking for, or need answers for, and then we can generally sort it out from there.
But if somebody was to order a bespoke item, so they wanted a bespoke pair of van braces or an arm,
Yep.
what do they need to do? What information do you need as a maker to enable them to realise their dream?
So first off, I need a general idea of what they want it to look like. It can be a sketch, and the sketch can be bad. I just need a visual representation of what they want, and then some sizing. Basically, if it was the van braces, sort of their hand and arms to go in the gauntlets, and then from there I'd be able to work out how much it would cost to make the item and do a quote on that basis. And all quotes are there for 6 months. So if they don't make the order within 6 months, we will then have to just check to see if the material costs have changed. And if that's the case, then the quote will be issued.
That's
Mostly
nice to
it'll be
know.
the same.
I didn't know you offered that service. That's quite nice to know.
Yeah.
Okay. What piece of kit here would you like to keep for you?
That's a hard choice.
Yeah.
I'm kind of torn between this incredible mahogany crossbow pistol, which I don't make and wish I could.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I do like this helm, but it feels egotistical because it's something I make. So
Not at all. Not at all.
just, a visored hand-dyed helm with a bit of moulding.
Put it on so people can see. Oh, that is nice. I like the stitching.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And those, I suppose. Although there is an item I do have, because Gem will be the first one. I'll be back in a second.
That's okay. Oh.
These are custom wizard's hat Gem makes herself, so they're kind of loosely based on the idea of an Arcanum hat, and it's quite a cool high fantasy wizarding look.
It is. That's nice. I like the buckle on it as well.
Cheers. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's that's what I like.
That's nice. Nice touch. Well, we've got to put that on as well now, sir.
Oh yeah, why not? I think that's.
Oh yeah. Oh, that you have to complete now. Yeah. Okay.
Well, come on, David Jason's not Rincewind, I am.
Okay. Which bit of stock that do you have here? If somebody brand new came into the hobby, never been before, walks into your store, what's the one item that you would advise them to buy?
A shirt.
Why?
So part of a good costume is layers. Is how you layer it, and a good place to start is a shirt for costume, because it immediately adds a look, and you can kind of build up from that. They're relatively cheap and inexpensive, and I don't know, for new players I think they should not try to spend too much money to begin with, and go and experience the games themselves and decide if it's something they're going to be into for a long time. And also their initial character ideas might be, they might go and meet some other people on the weekend and go, you know, I really like these guys in this kind of faction, or say in a Viking style faction, so I want to join them, and then get their kind of costume. So I would look at getting simple but generic and nice stuff, so stuff that will last, but that doesn't break the bank and isn't too character specific.
I'm glad you say something that'll last, because people reference to one or two other videos we've done showing how poor some of the imports that you can get at the moment are.
Yeah, I mean, it's like any other industry. It's you've got to know what you're looking for sometimes, and I suppose new players are a bit more vulnerable as they don't know yet what's good and what isn't necessarily in a hobby.
Okay. What piece of information would you give a new player when they're starting? That gem that will enable them to have a better game, or excuse the pun there, by the way. You know, that diamond, that piece in the rough that will allow them to have a better game and enjoy it from that point onwards.
I don't know if there's anything there. I mean, my advice for the game would be just to play something that makes you meet new people and lots of new people, and to go around, because whenever you're role playing as someone, you're enhancing their game as well as yours. You know, you're buying into their character, which they want you to, and do that way. When that comes in regards to kit, I just suppose if someone's looking for a new sword and it's their first ever sword, I think my advice is generally to go around the event and pick up every single sword in the field and buy the one that sings in your hand. And you'll know it's a bit of an odd thing to say. I've got that term off Medlock's partner, Barney, but it's very much, you know, the right sword when it's in your hand. It feels right, it looks right. It's basically an extension of your arm, and I can't tell you which sword that's going to be.
No, I completely agree with you. There'll be 30 swords, all the same, all made by the same manufacturer. However, when you get to number 27, that's the one that goes, oh, hello, who are you? Let's go kill people.
Yeah, and it's even more profound when you're buying off a hand maker.
Yeah,
because everything's different. Okay,
well, the last question we've got for you then is, what type of LARP would you like to go to? What would you like to see?
So, I've done a huge amount of fancy LARP over the years, and that's the most of still predominantly of what I do. It's difficult to play at games I have to trade at, so it's a little bit of a sacrifice there. But there's some of the sci-fi game genres that have come up in the last couple of years have really interested me, in particular Orion Sphere.
Yeah.
I've had some friends go along to that, so it was innovative, exciting, really good, and I'm very much into the idea of doing that one for myself. And it's also something I predominantly won't be trading at, so I can just go and be a player.
Well, thank you very much indeed for your time. Thank you for talking to us. And as we pointed out before, all the information is down below, down here, right at the bottom, under this thing. That's where the information, how to contact them, how to send information, or ask for information about the stuff they do. Ask for information about the PU armour that they make, or that they sell, because they've got a stunning collection and it's lovely. All right, well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.